guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show y'all how to do an alcohol ink swirl tumbler using Jenn's Crafted Gems inks. They are so bright, so vibrant, absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to show you, so let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So I'm starting off with a 30-ounce tumbler from Maker Flow Crafts, and I base painted it Marshmallow from Color Shot, and I am adding Jessica Flynn's epoxy. This is not the fast set, this is just the regular epoxy. I honestly cannot tell you how many mLs I added. Clearly I added a pretty thick coat because I am like a toddler with paint whenever I try to put epoxy on tumblers. I'm just very messy, as you can see here from my surroundings, but it's okay. So I'm just smoothing it out, making sure that the entire tumbler is covered. I don't want to miss any spots, even though I did end up missing a teeny tiny little spot. Spoiler alert, but it's okay. I can cover it up later. So I'm taking a heat gun, and what I'm doing is just warming up the epoxy. I'm also just popping any bubbles that might be there. But my main reason for this is warming up the epoxy. This is really going to help those alcohol inks flow. They'll just like flow around the tumbler and blend, so it's not like just these globs of alcohol ink. I do want them to completely flow around. Now I'm adding Jenn's inks here. This was the very first time I ever used them, and I am thoroughly impressed. They are so stunning. I cannot wait to get more. I got the ones that I could on her website. A lot of it were sold out because they're just amazing, but I got the ones that I could. So I'll put the exact ones down in the description. I'm just going with your normal red, orange, yellow, green, blue, just like a little rainbow. I'm doing about a couple inches of each color. I'm kind of waiting until the tumbler is turned and before I put a drop on, if that makes sense, just to let it kind of flow in one direction. So it's just as easy as dropping alcohol inks on. Again, another messy process for me. I'm sure I probably add too much ink because I'm also very impatient. But after I get all of the colors on that I am adding here, I'm going to take my heat gun again, and pretty much the same process as when I was warming up the epoxy earlier. And then that's just going to help all of the colors blend together even more, which normally with other alcohol inks, I have to do the blending like a lot more, but these inks really blended on their own. There wasn't much work at all that I needed to do. So that's just another reason why I'm so impressed with these inks. But then after I hit it with a little bit more heat, like I said, it didn't take much. I'm going to let this spin overnight before I come back tomorrow and add a decal. here we are the next day, and my lord, look at these inks and that epoxy and that little teeny tiny red spot I missed. It's okay, I'm gonna fix it, but I mean, it's just beautiful on its own. But I am gonna add a really super cute decal I found from Creative Fabrica. I know you can't see it because it is white vinyl, but it says be yourself and don't apologize, and I absolutely love it so much. So I'm going to show you guys how I get my decals onto my transfer tape. This is a piece of transfer tape that I've used for about a couple of weeks now, so it's lost a lot of its like heavy stickiness. So what I like to do is take my little squeegee here, push on one side, flip it over, push the other, and then instead of just picking up the transfer tape and everything sticking to it, especially with like the really delicate font of this decal, I like roll peel that backing off, and that really helps everything stick to the transfer tape, and I don't have to go cut another piece, and it just makes my transfer tape last longer, so that's less money I have to spend on other supplies. Okay, now to make sure that I am putting on that decal as straight as possible, I stand my tumbler straight up, and then I'm taking my decal and just getting eye level with my tumbler and holding my breath and making sure that I am putting it on super duper straight. This is my favorite way to add decals, especially if I'm doing the decal from top to bottom. And then I just push on the middle, work my way to the sides, and very gently remove that transfer tape. This is so beautiful. Now all that's left to do is add the final coats of Flynn Sisters epoxy, and this tumbler will be completely done. After a coat of Flynn Sisters Fast Cure, this is done for the time being. I am probably going to add another coat of just the regular Flynn Sisters epoxy, but I did want to show you guys the finish of her Fast Set. It is absolutely stunning. The alcohol inks are stunning. I love everything about this tumbler. It's very bright, very colorful, very vibrant. I love Jenn's inks. I love Jessica's epoxy, so this combination was absolutely perfect. And before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "Those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it." That is all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to have links for Jenn's inks and Jessica's epoxy down in my description. If y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!